Welcome back to part 2 of our extreme bathroom transformation on a budget. So if you guys saw last week's video, I did things that I've never done before, like removing an existing toilet to also laying down brand new floor tile. This tile, the material itself, cost me $120. That was with materials in order to lay the tile, like the thin set, the grout. It's definitely a budget-friendly option, and it looks so pretty. So if you guys are looking for a tile that's not gonna break the bank, I'll make sure to leave this one linked down below so you guys can check it out. Today, we are working on getting this bathroom put back together because it is driving me crazy. There's obviously an echo because it's so empty in here. We have a lot left to do, so we're gonna jump right into it. First thing up on the list is baseboards. I went ahead and went to both Home Depot and Lowe's and was not able to find this baseboard that was existing in the bathroom. So this is the baseboard that I decided to go with. It's actually quite similar to what was here. It just is not exact. It doesn't have as many notches as this one, but it is the same height, which is exactly what I wanted. So now we're gonna move on to beadboard. We're putting beadboard on the bottom upper half, and I've already done some of it, but I need to come over here and finish this side. We have around the plumbing, which is going to be an interesting piece to cut because there's so many holes that we have to go around. We're gonna do that part last. I'm gonna start making my measurements for this. So this wall of beadboard is complete. There were a little couple things like down here that I had to trim off. It wasn't perfect, but it looks pretty darn good. The only thing I need to fix is this outlet. It's not perfectly straight, so the plate isn't able to go in the nook quite right. We're doing a pedestal sink in here. When I was reading the directions on how to install this, it highly recommended putting some kind of anchor if you don't have any studs that the sink can attach to. I'm gonna have to cut into this drywall, and then I have a piece of plywood that we can tack on there, and then the beadboard will just cover that, and then we'll for sure have a really nice support for the pedestal sink so it never comes off. Voila! Y'all are seeing what I'm seeing now. This is great. We got a stud. I do see a stud right here, which means I don't have to take off this beadboard. So exciting. I know exactly where the sink needs to be mounted now. So I cut way too high, but that's okay, because like I said, this is gonna be beadboard, so you won't even see it. And I have enough plywood that I can actually tack it onto here and here, and it will seal all of this up. Now we can go about doing the beadboard for this section. I have been a little worried, I guess I would say, because of all the plumbing that I'm gonna have to go around. The problem with the plumbing is that I can't take any of it off in order to slide on the beadboard. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to cut it in sections and kind of piece it together. Having this upper half solid, so there won't be any lines. We'll go like from right here up, and then the bottom half will kind of have all of the jigsaw pieces. It's the next day. We made a lot of progress yesterday. All of the beadboard is up, and I even started working on filling in the holes and doing some wood filler. There is a little bit more trim that I need to finish right now though before we can move on to the next step. However, in order to do the trim piece, I have to figure out the placement of the mirror. Trim comes out just, what is that, like an inch? The mirror will butt out way too far. It can't sit on top of the trim, so I have to cut the trim around the mirror. I think my best bet is to hang up the mirror, and then we'll bring in the trim and kind of trace it, eyeball exactly where it needs to be cut. This is the faucet that we're gonna use. I got this from Amazon and it was really inexpensive and it's pretty good quality, so I'll make sure to leave that linked for you guys, but look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. In order to find where I need to screw in, I take a piece of tape, just place it over the hook or whatever is on the back of your mirror to hang it, center it, and then push it onto the wall, and that should leave the tape exactly where you need it to be. Push, hopefully pull out. Oh, see, it worked. Just finished up all of the beadboard, all of the trim, pegboards, wood filler. It's drying. We are making progress, but now we need to decide on a paint color. Since this is a bathroom, I really wanted it to be something neutral. but also has some character, and I've really liked this wallpaper because it didn't scream too girly, and it has all of these beautiful prints. You can tell it has some animals and a little bit of floral. It's a great affordable option as well. I just got this off Amazon, and it's peel and stick, so it's gonna make installation a breeze. So these are all from the Baseboard line. We have Paramount White, which is a nice kind of creamy white. Ivory Keys, also a creamy white. Dove White, Swiss Coffee, High Hide White, and Thousand Shells. So some of these have a little bit of a yellow undertone, some have a gray, and some are kind of like a mix. I want something that's going to be complementing to the wallpaper, since that's really going to be the star of the show in the bathroom. Paramount White, definitely not a bad color. It's got a little bit of gray. We'll hang on to that one. Thousand Shells. This one's just too gray. High Tide, too gray. Swiss Coffee. This one has a little bit of like pink undertone, just like a hair, and it almost looks like it might have a little gray. I don't know, that one's a maybe. Ivory Keys. Could be an option. And last but not least, we have Dove White. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be really hard. I'm gonna pull out some of our fixtures and see if that helps me cancel one out. Decided on a color. We're gonna go ahead and finish prepping for paint, which means sanding, filling, anything that needs to be touched up. It is the day that I have been waiting for. It is finally time to paint. We are painting the ceiling, the beadboard, the door, the baseboards, the medicine cabinet. We do have a lot to paint, but I do have a sprayer that I'm going to take advantage of today. So this should be a fairly simple and fast process. And after that, we're hitting the home stretch. We'll have wallpaper to do, and then installing all of our fixtures and all the beautiful things. Today is officially wallpaper day. I never thought that I would say it, that we're here, that we've come this far. The paint made a huge difference, but right now this bathroom's just very, very white. There's white everywhere. There's white floors, white walls, white tile in the shower. Like, it's just too much white. This wallpaper is gonna add a little pop of color while still being neutral, and then we can add in all the decorations, which will help bring in some color as well. I have 4 rolls to work with, which I calculated, and that should be more than enough to do all the walls and have a little bit extra in case I mess up. So that is a wrap for part 2 of our extreme bathroom transformation. This video held so many projects and it's really transformed the space in a huge way. And I do apologize if there's still an echo. We are very, very empty in here still. But part 3, so the next video, which you guys will see in 2 weeks, is gonna be installing everything again. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks on Sunday for the next video and the full reveal. Bye guys.